Welcome back, folks. Ryan Johnson back on the stream here on Railbird Pool TV. Thanks for tuning back in. We got ourselves a 5th, 6th place match on the one-loss side of the men's 10 ball. We got Mr. Stephen Holem from Calgary, Alberta. Probably the top-ranked player in Alberta, one of the top in Canada. Taking on Mr. Tyrel Blowers out of Wyoming, top-ranked player out of the state of Wyoming. Two young guns here. This is going to be an exciting one. It's a race to 7, 10 ball, alternating breaks. Templates are allowed. There's no early 10s. So the 10 gets spotted if you make it on the break. If you combo or carom the 10 in and legally call the 10, it just spots back up and you continue to shoot. And then if you slop a ball in or don't call a ball that goes in, the incoming player can accept the shot or pass it back. So Mr. Holem to break in rack 1. Let's see if he can get that 9 and that 5 to track towards those sides and then control the 1 ball. They went a little high. He's going to get the 3 though. Slop the 3 in. He's got control of the rack. He could probably use the 4 here with the cue ball. Just bank the 1 up a little bit and just go right in behind the, well, yeah, there you go. Simple, safe, but that's a good way to start a match out. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything wild in the first, especially the first rack. The first rack is so important in the match to get control of the situation, and you're not, you want your opponent kicking. You either want to get out or you want to leave them kicking. At this point of the tournament, there's just no other way around it if you're going to try to win this tournament. Tyrel's got a pretty decent opportunity to hit this ball here. He's going to want to get separation. He caught it a little bit full. He wanted it just a slight bit thinner. And he would have gotten a little better outcome on that. Interesting here to see if Steven will kill the cue ball here or if he'll come above the 9. He's elevating to come above the 9. Nope, he's just going to play safe. Good decision there, good execution. He didn't fancy playing position for the 2. Very well struck. Looks like Tyrel's going to jump here. Remember, it's a call pocket game, so if you do not call a ball and a ball goes in, the incoming player has the option to either accept that shot or pass it back. So this is the way the rules we're playing here is pretty clean rotation for a rotation game. There's no early 10s, no 10s on the break. So it takes a lot of the just fluke chance out of it. Great shot there. You'll carry him. If you're just joining us, welcome to the stream, Railbird Pool TV. We're at the Four Bears Classic in Newtown, North Dakota. 5th, 6th place of the men's 10 ball. The winner advances to 4th for $600 for 4th. 5th, 6th ends with $400. So this is a $200 set plus a chance to raise the trophy. Your life is still there for the tournament. The winner will take home $2,000. So this is, first is big. 2,000, then it's $1,260 for second, and then it drops down to about $800 for for third and then 600 for fourth. So, ooh, that's when he was elevated there, that side spin, the squirt and the curve of the cue ball, he didn't account for that. But he didn't leave anything easy here offensively, and the defense isn't that easy either, so. And this isn't going to be any good. That was a tough situation he left him in there. This is a chance for Tyrel to let his stroke out now. He'll come up, I think, back to where he's standing right now. 2 rails out for the 5 in the side. Just like that. That was a great position line. You see, instead of going forward in any way, it's just you're taking out all the problem balls, the interfering balls, taking that path. This guy cues nice. Both these guys are great cue. Got great cue actions, great fundamentals. So definitely 2 players you would want to watch, and you can learn a lot in the fundamentals from these guys. It's looking real smooth. He'll just pull back maybe a foot. Don't need to get any closer. Just get yourself off the rail right into the line of the shot. Don't do anything crazy. Just pull it back about a foot. He came about 2 feet. Very smooth though. You can learn a lot by watching these guys, how their timing of their stroke gets the action on the ball. It's really beautiful to watch when you're watching upper advanced players and experts. These guys are definitely advanced. Trying to break into that complete expert level. That's the only level they got to conquer yet. The level where Shane Van Boning and Josh Filler and Fedor Gorst are reigning on the Supreme right now. But these guys are just one level right below those guys. One nothing Tyrel. He gets to break here in rack 2. See if he gets some results with the 6-7 here. On the side. He didn't. Almost got the 4 railer on the 2, so he's going to have some adjustment to make there. A little bit of an adjustment to be made. He ended up slopping a ball in though. He did get a ball to drop, just none of the tracking balls went. He'll kick here. A lot of good things can happen here. He's got a lot of wall of balls here to hide the one behind. He just doesn't want to scratch, but just make sure you don't go too thin on this. You want to err on a thicker side there, just something like that. Yeah, on that side if you're going to hit it thin. He didn't want to be on the right hand as we were looking towards the pocket side, then the ball could go in. So that worked out real nice for him there. He had a lot of good things that could happen there with as far as getting safe. So I definitely like the decision there to just kick there. You're at such a disadvantage rolling out. There's just no way you can really, it's in that situation you have to kick at that ball. You're just never in a good spot when you got to roll out, especially on a bar box. Looks like he's pulling the short cue out here. Called the 5 ball. Let's see if he can do this and avoid the scratch. It's really tight whether it goes in the side here. If it doesn't, I don't know if he can bank it away and try to use the cover here with the 9, 10, 5 and just put the cue ball coming 2 rails across. If it goes, he's going to cut it in, obviously, because he's got a nice position area to get into. No, he played the safe. That's the smart shot. He played safe all the way because he would have never hit it that hard if he was looking to pot the ball and play position on the 2. So it's a good sign for Tyrel. That means he's got the speed of the table down. He's getting real comfortable now. They've been playing now for quite a while, the last 2 days now, so they should be fully adjusted to the equipment now. It's a great hit from Steven. Look at that shot. You're seeing advanced pool here, folks. These are great shots. That was fully intended. Yeah, that was not accident there. That was, he executed a great shot there. Great kick safe there. I think he called a bank 1 rail. That way he'll get a 2-way. He's going to try to play the cue ball to nothing. He's not really wanting to make it. He's mainly he wanted to catch it more thin so that he could just leave it in behind these balls and just basically bank it up. But he called it just in case he made it. He can count himself a little fortunate there. The one, he lagged it all the way down to the rail and at least kind of makes it a little bit tricky here on him to pot this ball and get shape. He's just going to play safe. That's a smart shot. He played the 1 all the way. His main thing was get that 1 ball in behind those balls. I don't know if it leaked out. Then he might have got him on the 8 ball with the cue ball. So seeing some good exchanges here. They're fighting for this 1 ball hard. He's got to come right through that gap. Great hit. Great hit. Wow, look at this, folks. He put a good hit on it, and he got rewarded. Great shot. He's kicking 2, and he's going to try to get distance. He's got a lot of balls that he can get safe behind. Oh, he called it. Great shot. That's what you want to do there. Call it. If it goes in, you're good. If not, if you hit it a little bit off, you're probably going to get some distance between them. So, smart decision there. That's the shot. He wanted a little bit harder, though. I think he got him, though, but he might only have to go over an edge of this ball. Plus, if you'd have been over to the right a little bit, it would have made the 1 rail escape here off the left-hand rail a little bit harder. He's got a couple options here. He can jump over the edge of the 5, or he's got a pretty decent kick at it too. So Steven came up a little bit short there on that safe, and at this level, that's the difference. I mean, these guys are champion players here. Nicely controlled. Very well done there. Steven got punished for not getting that extra 3 inches out of the cue ball. Made the escape so much easier, and it's amazing. It's so enjoyable to watch this level of pool, and you're seeing how precise you got to be with your speed, you know, on little safeties like that, so that you make it 3, 4, 5 times harder than just generally leaving them nothing, you know. It's a good effort there. I think he'll take that. I don't think he's going to be complaining on that. He didn't give up anything real easy. I think Tyrel's got a bank shot to play a 2-way here, or even a 3-way. He's got a decent 3-way shot here. I think he can bank it to the side and come down for this position for the 3, and then have an interfering ball in between the 2, or the 2 and the cue ball if he doesn't happen to make it. So he's definitely attacking here. Ooh, he hit that one bad. He hit it way longer than what he wanted. The cue ball went way longer than what he wanted. Or the 2 ball, which sent the cue ball towards his pocket too much. We are playing 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, so that's something else to keep in mind. And you must tell your opponent when they're on 2. Otherwise, it does not count if you get them, if you did not warn them. Very well struck. That has to be cued really sweet. Make sure you're striking the cue ball properly where you're intending to hit it, because you just can't get through that gap. If you mishit it just a little bit, your line is just not going to be where you intended it to be. It's a little bit straight here. I think he wanted the 2 rail to wrap out of the upper right pocket corner to come down for the 5. Now he's going to, looks like he's going to be drawn out of it. Yeah, and he has to accept the shot, and now he got on the rail, which is no good. I think he shot that a little quick. I think he needed to take a little extra time. Make sure that you get yourself off the rail there. If you're going to leave yourself a little bit of distance, you want to make sure to at least get yourself off the rail, probably about 3-4 inches. Fully expect him to make this and come around 3 rails for the 6, but it's missable though if you don't cue it good. If you pop up or jerk or anything. Yeah, his timing was a little bit quick there. He puts his hand up in apology. He kind of got a little bit away with that, but doesn't help your confidence at all. And Tyrel's kind of got himself an extra inning here he didn't expect to have. So he's kind of playing on free time in this rack here. So I expect him to make a good effort on this shot right here. Looks like the cross bank is there. Yeah, and Steven's going to get punished. You see that time and time again when you let your opponent back to the table when they shouldn't have been to the table. They make it at a higher percentage of the time than if he put himself there. If he puts himself there, he doesn't make it nearly as often. I see that over and over again in tournaments I play. You're just inviting, asking to get punished. Even when you kind of leave them semi-difficult, That's why getting out is the best defense. Great stroke. This guy cues the ball, just sweet. Two rails into the line of the 9. Yes, sir. Come a little bit far here, but it ain't gonna bother him at all. He'll draw away from it. He's got such a good draw stroke, he'll have no issue drawing out of this. Just so smooth. No punch at all in those draws. Tyrel takes a 2-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream here on Railbird Pool TV. We appreciate everybody tuning in and sharing the stream, liking the stream. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves out there. We're watching two advanced players. Stephen Holem at the table right now, down 2-0. It is a race to 7, alternating breaks. There is no early 10s. The 10 just spots. 3 foul rule is in effect. Template racks are allowed. See if he adjusts here. Yeah, he a little bit long again. He slopped another one in. He'll take this all day long. I mean, he's not getting any of his tracking balls, so he'll take this all day long, all things considering. He's going to have to, I think he can slide over and then play a safe on the 3, bank the 3 away and stick him on the 9. He could try to come into him too. I don't think he will though. He could draw into him. Let's see if he draws into him or slides over and plays position for the safe. He gets over there. He can bank it towards the corner too, and he could go for the bank because the 4 is automatic. Or he'll play for a position to play defense and bank it around the angles. But I think I kind of like actually playing to play the 3 for the bank to get out. He come up a little bit short here. He might tickle it here and just play safe behind those 3 balls with the cue ball. Yep, just like that. It's a good shot. Yeah, he missed his mark by about 3-4 inches to be able to play that bank. Tyrel's going to have no issue hitting this ball. He'll use the extra rail, the second rail. Makes the ball a little bigger. He's using his midpoint, 2-rail midpoint parallel shift system. See that? He finds the middle of the 2 balls, straight middle of the pocket, then he shifts over to a parallel line to that spot. This one didn't work out. He come close to it, but he just caught it a little bit full. Another good combo to practice here, trying to control that 3 and the cue ball here. Set up these little funny combos sometimes when you're at home. And see if you can control both the cue ball and the secondary ball. See, he lost he lost it. So if you see that combo that he had there, if you're struggling with combos, that's a good one to practice because it's not just straightforward getting shape. So he's going to have to play safe again, which is no issue there. Good safe. But he's not happy because he's giving up control of the table. Yeah. But he's letting Tyrel have probably, you know, he's kind of back at the table, giving him more free time in a rack. And
no, you can keep it charged. I just wanted to make sure the tablets were charged.
See what happens here. Well, he made the hit. He didn't give anything just hanging, but this is right in Stevens' wheelhouse right here. He'll pot this with no problem in the upper right. He's got a couple options here. He can go forward 3 rails, or he can draw to the side rail and back across. Let's see how he chooses to play it. Looks like he's going to go 3 rails around. Well, he didn't contact the 3rd rail. He caught it a little bit thin. That's why he didn't catch the 3rd rail. He would have been to the north side of that side pocket if he'd have caught that a little better into the hole, but this will work. Might have to take a little bit of a long pot here on the 7, which won't pose a problem for him because he plays mostly on big tables. So this is a big table player here, mostly. So he's going to have to draw out of this. It's better to be a little long now on your draw here. Come above the 9. Yeah, see, he's come up considerably short there, but this will work. Watch for skids here, so I expect him to give it a little bit of outside spin here. You don't want that ball getting a kick. It's a good shot. Slide over for the same pocket. It's going to be 2-1. This will help him out considerably, getting a point on the board. You don't want to be down 3-0 to Tyrel in an alternating break format. 5th, 6th. So Tyrel gets to break here in rack 4. We got, let's see, I'll check the bracket out for you. We got Jason Klatt playing Rick Glenn in the other 5th, 6th place match. So the winner of this match plays the winner of Jason Klatt and Rick Glenn. Sean Monkman sitting in 3rd place, and Mr. Corey Duell sitting on the hill right now. So that's our 5, 6 competitors that we have left in this tournament. Let's see if Tyrel adjusts here now and can get those tracking balls to do what they're supposed to be doing here. 8 went in, it got funneled in, but it was going to go in nonetheless. That's a good break. Ooh, his line, he ran into the 3, but it's not gonna devastate him. He's got to come with a little bit of a shot here. That pocket is kind of, the 4 is kind of there. I think he can run through this, but this is real tricky here. He might be able to draw away from it. Yeah, he's just going to draw away from the side and take a little bit of a longer pot. He might go into the rail here just below the side pocket, because he just can't risk rolling through this ball. He'll go right in the side. Very well done. Yeah, things are situated nice in this rack here. This is a big clearance for him too. You know, Steven gets one on the board and he just keeps the heat on Steven by cracking and running off of his break. Keeps the arm loose. I mean, these are, for advanced level, these positions are not difficult to obtain here. So, of course, you never take anything for granted. And just as I spoke, he missed the ball. Everybody's human. That's a big unforced error there. He had a chance to get 3-1. I mean, he keep his arm loose. That's going to hurt him a little bit, and it's going to definitely embolden his opponent. He sees that he's a little weak or human, and that at this level, that's all they need to be able to smell blood, and they're off running. They go in for the kill, these guys. Has to lock him up, though. That's a smart shot. He didn't want to play the combo and have to worry about what's the cue ball doing and what's the 3 doing. So very good decision there from Steven. This one's not natural. He's going to have to spin this with a little bit of right-hand spin as he looks. But some good things can happen definitely on this one here. You got some balls there that you can get cover. He straightened that one out just enough. That was decent. It's close whether or not it goes. He's looking. If not, he'll just stop it there and send it around the angles. He caught it. I don't think he was intending to do that. But that'll work out. He's got a little bit of edge of the ball here on the 3. This is a difficult situation here. You don't practice a lot of these kinds of shots. These situations. I mean, most players I know don't practice. Even advanced players don't practice a lot of this. I mean, experts probably practice some safety drills and some stuff, but this specific one in this situation, this is, besides match situations, they don't get a lot of practice in that. Well, he decided to kick at it. That worked out, I think, pretty good. Nope, sold out, just barely. Don't want to be announcing automatic rack wins anymore, but I mean, I just don't see percentage-wise. I mean, he's a heavy favorite to get out here. He can get right back out to the middle of the table on almost every shot. If you get to center of the table, every ball is very accessible right from the middle of the table here on this particular run out. Yeah, that's a big unforced error that Tyrel had. Steven's going to feel like it's a brand new set now. He can it's like starting over. He was down 2-0. And now he can kind of just let that first couple racks go by and regroup and refocus and realize now we're just playing a race to 5. Two to 2. How's everyone doing out there on the stream? Hope you guys are enjoying this. We got a lot more pool ahead of us. 8 ball's going to be firing up here around 3 o'clock, 3:30. Got the 1 to drop. He's trying to get it to go up towards that corner, so that's a good break.
Another 20 minutes and we're going to get the 8 balls rolling. We're going to start with the seniors 8 ball and the open 8 ball. They'll be starting around 3 o'clock or shortly after. All right, they're going to be a Calcutta that will be on the final 32 of the event. In the open,
It's 2-2 right now.
so on the seniors.
The score has not been adjusted by.
Will be tomorrow. Sorry if I misinformed some of you guys earlier. But yeah, we'll be starting to.
I do not control the scoreboard. It's going to roll out here. Looks like he's going to roll to a rail first. Yeah, if he rolls down to the left here, he might leave him the rail first. I mean, he can't leave to letting him see the full ball. Once again, you never on a bar box. It's almost very rare you get a situation where you can roll out to a full ball on a bar box. You do get some situations that do come up, of course, but it's just so difficult to roll on a bar box. So once again, you always look for maybe to tie a ball up, roll to a better kick, roll to a jump. You're not rolling to a jump here. He's looking at rolling to a part of the ball, which is always another option. If he can get down below the 8 here, he'll do it. Or even all the way down to the 10. The problem is he's on the rail here. And he's looking whether he can roll through this and get him behind the 8 and the 9. If he can do that. He's worried about catching that knuckle with the cue ball. Yeah, this, yeah, I think he thinks that knuckle is just too much there to roll through it, so. Let's see what Steven had in mind when he rolled out here. I think he's going to try to get him right behind those balls. He thinks, or all the way down. No, it was, see, to avoid that knuckle. He just really couldn't get more cut on the 2 unless you elevated. You would have had to elevate and pop the cue ball. Well, this is just what Tyrel needed. An open shot. Forget about that miss on the 3 in the last rack. He can get himself a chance to get his confidence back here. Very well struck, very well cued that time. He avoided the 5. He's got a good angle on the 3. got a little bit thin here. I'm surprised he didn't. He wanted to be full, but I'm surprised he didn't stay above that. But he didn't. He figured he would be too thin that way. I think he can straighten this out with reverse, though. He'll go to this. Oh, he was able to go all the way around. I wasn't sure if he had that angle to be able to avoid that 9. Because I was going to say you could come to this lower right and then reverse the ball, but he just got through there. He's in ideal position now. Ooh, he's going to cross the line coming into the narrow part of the zone. That's surprising there. See how he was crossing the line at the most narrow part of the position zone. His speed was spot on. I mean, for him, fortunately, that he hit that with the correct speed, because he would have been in trouble otherwise. I was surprised he took that path. If he'd have went forward one rail across, he didn't want to invite the side into play, but you would have been coming into to a large part of the zone, but he just felt like he wanted to take the side out of play, I guess, with the scratch. And he hit it perfect, so. He's getting through this rack. It hasn't been he's not completely 100% comfortable right now, but he's making it work, and that's the thing about a champion. Is that they still get out even when they're not playing their best sometimes, or not feeling the best in that particular rack, and he's making it work, so. He'll spin out 2 rails here. Just like that. It's 3-2 Tyrel. Eight ball's going to be firing up shortly here, so I'm going to probably be leaving you unless I get a bye. Tyrel. They have not been getting those second row balls in the side in this particular set. There you got the 7. So he didn't want to make the 1 there. It went right in, but I don't know if he's got the keyhole here on the 2 ball or not. I don't think he does. It's really tight. Very difficult push out here if you got to roll out here.
She must have to share this to something.
This is a tough rollout here. He's looking to give him maybe a sliver of the ball way over in the corner there, or to a better kick. You know, you move it over just a little bit, the kick safety will be there. Now he's going to roll over here and leave that kick safe, or leave him a sliver over there. Steven will definitely take this on. He's going to accept this for sure. He's not passing this one back. He might even have given him, I don't think he has the potting angle, but he definitely can go long with the cue ball and just bank the 2 into the short rail.
Stick with it.
Oh, right in the pocket. That would be just a massively unforced error if he would have scratched there. He didn't get enough side spin on the ball.
Howard. Do you still got to play, right? Yeah. You got them set up? Oh, yeah. They're not working. Yeah, they're not working. You got to have Rachel.
Well, he's going to take this on, folks. It's go time now. You got to cut this in. If you want to win the tournament, this is a situation where you got to cut at this ball. You're not playing safe here. He put it down. The position was going to be, you weren't going to be hooked. That's why you had to take that ball on. If you had any chance that you were going to be hooked, or you know, somewhat of a probability where it was more 50-50 coming out with some kind of shot on the 3, then you would have played safe there. But he was coming into a pretty open area of the table. It was most likely he was going to be able to see the 3 ball. So that's why he got aggressive there and cut that ball. He's going to play safe here now, though. Probably go long with the cue ball. See if he gets through there. Well, he went long. He didn't want to hit the 8 though. Stevens got himself a combo. I don't know if the ticky's there or not though, with the 3 off the backside of the 5, off rail to the backside of the 5. If not, he's going to be playing a combo, and once again, what's the 3 ball doing in relation to the cue ball if you play this combo? Otherwise, he's got to play the ticky. Rail first off the 5. Which would give you ideal position for the 4 ball, if that's available. Otherwise, the 3 is going to be leaking to the right if you play the combo. So he'll have to power this up a little bit if he plays the combo. Yeah, he powered it up to get some kind of look at it. Can't tell if he's got the full access to the 3. If he does, he'll play safe down here and behind this wall of balls down here in the left. Nope, he's elevating, so that means he doesn't probably have the whole ball. But he was able to get down there. Nope, he can see it. Yeah, he didn't quite hit his mark there. He's not going to like his next shot probably. I think Tyrel's got a pretty decent chance to get him on the 10 here. He could also go long with the cue ball. But you got to make sure you get your cue ball down by that chalk, into hitting that diamond where that chalk is at on the table. Try to come in behind the 6 if you go long with the cue ball. He could also bank this 1 rail back to the right. He could cut it in. I don't foresee him cutting it. You're letting the cue ball too loose. I could see him banking it if he gets aggressive. He's going to cut it. So he thinks he can come up and down 2 rails. He can find that gap, that line right between the 8 and the 4. This will be a pretty shot if he strikes this really well. If he hits it clean, this will be a really beautiful to watch. He caught it a little bit full, and that's why he lost the cue ball, and now he's elevated over the ball. Well, it goes by the 9, so all you got to do is concentrate fully on putting this 4 ball down because the 6 is just right there. So, but this is not an easy shot. Jacked up over the 6. But he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball, so that's the one good thing he's got going for him. We'll see where his nerves are at right now. Watch his head and watch his body to see if it moves at all. No, he stayed still. That was he struck that nicely. He got on top of this ball again, which he didn't want to do, but he hit that one good. His head stayed still and his body stayed still on that when he delivered the cue, which is a sign that he is controlling the nerves that he might and adrenaline that he might be feeling. He's got to do another one, but once again, you don't have to do nothing with the cue ball here. Very well struck. He popped it too, very confidently. That means he got a real boost of confidence when he hit that other elevated shot. That gave him a jolt of confidence to pop that one rather than just to cinch it and roll it in. Couple stop shots here, and he's going to take himself a 4-2 lead. Now the balls are starting to hit, like on that shot, the ball hit straight in the pocket, didn't rub rails, so he's getting he's getting comfortable, folks. And making that elevated shot will definitely, that he made on that 6 ball will definitely do that for you. That last rack, you remember how things were rubbing the rails and he was kind of, some of them he didn't pot real cleanly. Well, there he was potting the balls clean. So yeah, he's up 4-2. He's definitely feeling a lot better, even though he got a little elevated on a couple shots, but he handled them well. Four to 2.
I'm gonna get the scoreboard up for you.
This is a big rack right here, 5-2 or 4-3. So, I mean, they're like 2-game swings. It's a race to 7 alternating break. This is a 5th, 6th place match. Jason Klatt's playing Mr. Glenn, Rick Glenn.
Did we find out where Rick was from?
He's from Canada. And then Sean Monkman's sitting in 3rd. Corey Duell's got the hill right now. Corey just plays so good. You know, after the break, he's tough. But watching him break, Corey break, his break, these guys can hang with him breaking. It's going to be a matter if they can hang with him after the break. Because Corey's 10-ball break is not super strong. It's a good rub there by Steven there. He's going to have to play, it looks like, the 4 in the long pocket here, the lower right. I don't think he's going to try to draw this back for the same pocket. The 5 is pretty accessible right there, so. Got a lot of real estate to work with here, getting on the 5 where you want the angle to get to the 6. See, it's important to get a good angle on the 5 so that you can get good on the 7. Because the good angle on the 5 allows you to get a good angle on the 6, which gives you the the opportunity to get to the 7 without a lot of work, or how should I put it? A lot of anxiety. Got to watch for the 8 here. You don't want to overdraw this here. He's going to probably go forward. Yeah, I like this. Once again, you're coming into the large part of the zone by going forward. Yeah, he played the short side. That was a smart shot. Very intelligent. Instead of just a lot of players would have just tried to draw out about 2 feet, left the cut on the 6, but then that's problematic for position on the 7, not to mention if you overhit it, you could hook yourself. So he played into an area that was safe. He took a route that gave him a very safe position line. He's played this rack real nice. He's picked up his pace. You see like he's trying to get, he looks really like he's trying to get a confident rhythm about his game right now. Just like that, he makes it 4-3. Yeah, that's the best I've seen Steven look in this entire set right there. His body language, his confidence, and he's cueing the whole 9 yards.
All right, a couple on page that need to get settled real quick here. Tyrel Mosier, you're in the seniors, come on up and sign in and get checked in and paid.
Ooh, he got a slot ball to go in. That tracking ball hit the point on the side. Doesn't have an easy situation here, though. I can't tell. I think he can bank this one around the angles, though, and just stick the cue ball there. I think it will go perfectly around the angles, and he'll be able to stop the cue ball there if I'm seeing this right. Let's see if he has something else in mind. Well, good enough. It came in shorter than I imagined. He wanted it to go longer, and then he would have had him really good. But he'll take this all day long, though. He's kind of got him in a bad enough spot here. He's going to hit the ball here. He shouldn't have any issue hitting this ball. He's got accessibility over to the right rail and to come back across. That's a great shot. Wow. Great. He struck that one really well. Good line, good speed. So he's got a decent chance to have some good things happen with this kick. I mean, he's going to hit this ball. He's got a nice 2-rail accessible route to it. And I can see some good things happening here. He called it in the side, but he could get some distance here, maybe even get a hook on this. He caught it. He definitely caught that one bad. He was not intending to hit that part of the 1. I think we're going to be tied up here. This pattern is not hard. This would be crazy if he scratches.
Oh, okay. So then how did you reconnect them?
So I'll show you so you know too, but if you just go into the tablet. thing. So you put that in and then it connects automatically.
Yeah, he got himself in a bad, kind of a spot he didn't want to be in here, but the three's hanging. He's just slowing him down a little bit. I think he wants to see, look at this. If he gets behind this ball.
Yeah, I got BJ in the tournament. He's
Yeah.
61. He come up just to watch, and I said, BJ, I'll put you in. So I put him in the tournament, so he's playing. He bought a stick off Teddy, you know, just to play.
I'll watch him win it.
He's gonna. I told him, I said, you're gonna have to play Kenny tough to win it. I mean, BJ's not a bad player.
No.
He likes to get drunk, and then he starts missing. But we're always playing Scotch doubles, 5 or 10 a game, you know.
Got the three here.
We got to have a tournament at Bill's with Christy. Only got 3 tables. It's rough.
They have one in Ray. Don't you guys have it?
Yeah. Tournament in Ray next week, then Sydney the week after. We're going to be in Sydney and do that. But no, Bill has 3 tables. He uses the shop across the street with 2 tables and Buster's with 1 table.
Yeah, I like his pace now. He's making sure that he's, you know, he's not just trying to fly through it just for the sake of, oh, I can shoot quick and I want to just like show off that I can shoot super, super, super fast. He's definitely taking his time here to make sure that he does it. He looked up here like something caught his eye there, so. He's got them ear things in there, so that must mean he does not like noise. People that wear those hearing for their ears, they're trying to block out all the noise and that. He looked up here like he heard something. He's not cueing the ball cleanly now. It's working, but he's not getting through the ball as well as he was in the last track. This is well within his wheelhouse, though, to get out here, obviously, but he's definitely ain't delivering the cue through there like he was before, and he's semi-distracted, like someone just walked by there and he had noticed him and readjusted right away, so that means he's not completely zoned into the table. Little things are irritating him, which is not a good sign for a pool player when they're getting irritated by the slightest little things that can around the table. But he's making it work. That one EQ'd real nice there. Four to four. Up to 197. Welcome to the stream, everyone. This is Railbird Pool TV on YouTube and Facebook. We're live at the Four Bears Casino and Lodge for the annual Four Bears Classic. We're in the 10-ball division right now. It's 5th, 6th place match in the 10-ball. Earlier, if you were on the stream, we crowned a champion of the women's 9-ball, Soledad Ayala from Argentina. But yeah, we're getting down to the business end of the men's 10-ball here. It's $2,000 for first place. This match here is a $200 match. You go from 400 to 600 by winning this match. So it's a good break there from Steven. He's not gonna have a prime shot on the one, but I think he can bank it over there and use that wall there. He's not gonna hit it real hard. He just wants to get it to to that right rail. and just try to hold the cue ball there. He's not going to hit this one overly hard. He's just got to avoid that too so that he does not sell out here. So he might hit it hard. No, he didn't. Yeah, he went all the way around. It allowed him to be able to get in on the 4 really good. He was comfortable playing it that way. Yeah, he was comfortable playing it with that speed. At first he had looked about just lagging it over to that other rail and using those 3 balls, but I think what he thought is that he wouldn't be able to hold the line and he might run into the 2. Five, 6 isn't great, so you don't want to disturb those balls here. It's really close whether that 5 can go clean. Wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. He'll take it, but he's not going to like his next shot. He's going to use the 5-6 to block him and send the 1 ball back to the other end of the table. Pretty standard rotation safety here, I believe, unless he sees something that I'm not seeing. He could send the cue ball along too. He could get aggressive and cut this in. I mean, if he thinks he can make it and get out. Yeah, he went long with the cue ball. I'm surprised he played it that way, to be honest. He gave him part of this ball. I don't think he can see enough to see it, but if he has this all, that would be a massive mistake. No, he doesn't have it. He's using the long rail here. Yeah, he'll call it in case he makes it. Yeah, see there, Steven just let him have that shot. I'm surprised he played. He didn't get him hooked. So now the ball's, he's going to put the cue ball down behind the 10 or in behind the 5-6, one of the 2. Yeah, he went in behind the 5-6. Boy, he did not want to catch that knuckle. He would have had him, but he caught the knuckle. Can he avoid the 8 without having to elevate and pop? Can he go through that ball and catch that thin enough to where he can go down for the 2 ball? Because if he catches it full, he could stop right there. And this is a big shot. It's 4-4, a race to 7. Yeah, he caught it too full, just like I thought. He's got the kick in behind it, though. Some good things can happen with this kick. He'll call it in case he makes it, but he can get good distance. He could get a hook here, too, if he hits it real good. He caught it a little bit more full than he wanted. He wanted it to catch it just a little bit thinner, and then he would have gotten a good separation, and he might have gotten the snooker on him. As it is, we're going to find out if that 5 is straight in. He's looking now. He might just have enough to get in on that 5. Doesn't want to be tree-topped. Ooh. Fortunately, he'll be able to cue level. Yep, he'll come across for the 4 now. And
Are you sure when you were walking into the Trump casino you didn't hit your fucking head and you treed them?
yeah, he's got a good angle here to get to the 4 nicely.
They give out $35,000, $40,000 on a weekend. However, what you guys take it?
I expect him to draw onto the to the north side of the side. Yeah, just where he pointed his cue there. He'll come into that second rail.
They take in 1.4 million in 2 days and they give up the giveaway.
Well struck. Right into the line of the shot.
They got 8 cents on the machine. They're hoping that their name gets called.
That's nice. Now he can come in 2 rails into the line of the 7. So he's playing good position lines, you know, playing good angles so that he can come right into the line of the shot to the next ball.
Thanks, Juju.
Steven's going to take his first lead in this set. And what an opportunistic time. I mean, great. You know, towards the end of the set, I mean, we're getting down there now to where we're going to be coming into the final stretch here. And Tyrel, do him wonders. He needs to win this rack, but it would be nice for him if he could just run out here off the break. Just not let his opponent back to the table. Starts with a good break here. Let's see if he can control that cue ball. Keep it parked more towards the middle. Give himself more opportunities to have a shot on that low ball. Let's see how this one reacts out of the rack here. He made it, I think, his last break. Did he make it? Or was it 2 breaks ago he made the one in the corner? Yeah, see, he's got that one on a string, and there he made it again. He's breaking good now. Not a For a jump, he didn't hit it very well there. I mean, he hit it legally, but for these guys' level, that was not a very good jump there. Looks like it goes in the side there. He might have to stop there and take the shot on the 4. I think that's what I do. If it's tight to begin with, going by the 8 or into a tight side, just take the pot. I mean, yep, right there. You'll have a level cue. At this point, that's right in his wheelhouse, and if you can't make that shot on the 4 from right where the 3 ball's at, you're not going to win this tournament. So yep, he's looking at it. I don't think he can go forward anyways. I think he might be too straight, but yeah. And he'll have a perfect natural angle to come around for the 5, so there you go. Yeah, no need to get cute there and try to get perfect, get closer or nothing. I mean, at this point, you got to be able to make these shots here. I mean, these are, at this level of pool, these are just hangers, really. See if he can find a good line here. What's the cue ball doing here? What's the cue ball doing? Perfect. He was going right at the corner, but good speed. And the thing is to the 6 and the 8 were in such a spots that you had to kind of invite that corner into play. He just hit it with good speed. That wasn't his best effort there, but this will be fine. He was crossing the line. So his speed, he come up a little bit long on it, but no problem. He draws out of these so well. He's got such a good draw stroke as far as this goes. See how smooth that draw is, and he gets it to just take and boink right into the rail and out. We're going to be tied once again. Steven has the hammer, so he's driving this race right now. Five. It's been a good match overall. You've seen some pretty good shots. I mean, they've had a couple unforced errors apiece. But all in all, it's been a pretty good match, which was to be expected at this level. Ooh, we got a little bit of sticky situation here with that 7 and that 8. He's going to bank the 1, which was to be expected because he had positional value with it. He wouldn't have played that bank if he couldn't get some kind of decent position on the 3. He would have punted. He might bank this again. Yeah, because it gave him the easiest positional value to the 4. Instead of cutting that, having to work the cue ball around, letting it loose. I'm guessing he's going to draw out of this to stay to come above the 5 so that he can come out 2 rails or 1 rail and back out for the 6. Looking at a carom on the 7 there, sizing that up. Let's see if he stays above this. Yeah, he tried to get above it, yeah. I think he did. He got above it. He didn't get as much angle as he wanted here. I think he got a little lazy there. He got a little bit lazy there. I mean, it's going to work. It's just now he's got to work a little more than he would have had to. If he would have had a little more angle on this, it would have been just easy to control the speed. The issue with this shot is going to be precise with your speed now because you're having to force the cue ball a little bit more now. Because he needs to be good on that 6 so that he can attack that 7 the way he wants to. Whatever his plan is for that 7 ball. And he kind of got down there. He had sized all that stuff up, and then when he went and shot the 4 to the 5, he really didn't take extra care to get really good angle. And seeing this is forcing him to have to do all this now, and he should have never been like that. I mean, it's going to work, but he's having to grind now. The carom is what he had lined up. Now he's just going to play safe. See, he has to play safe when it's a smart shot. That's a very good decision. If he didn't feel like there was any way he was going to get out, so it's better to play that shot than do something that puts yourself in a bad position to try to get out, and then you don't have a safety. See, if you don't get good on the 7 to attack it, then all of a sudden, if you're thinking you're going to play safe, the safe is not easy on the 7. So it's a smart shot there from Holem.
Yeah.
And it's going to pay off.
Yeah, that paid off.
It paid off for him that time. Now he's got his opportunity. Let's see if he can clean up 4 balls here to get on the hill. But yeah, that was a smart decision by Steven. He knew that he wasn't going to get out, so don't play to get to the 7 and do something hard, and then if thinking you're going to play safe on the 7 when you got an automatic safe on the 6. It's all about percentages and exactly how you're feeling in the present moment. Your percentages will switch a little bit depending on your body and your own mind. Everybody's body and mind. You'll know once you play enough, you'll understand where your body is at, where your mind is at in any given rack, any given set, any given tournament. So your percentages might change a little bit. It's prime position here to get on the hill, and I think he's going to be he'll get at least one more break in order to win it. Tyrel will be breaking here in rack 12. His back's against the wall now. He's got to win 2 in a row, which very, very capable of doing. But it starts with a good break here. Put a quality hit on it. That's all you can ask of yourself. Cue that ball good, and you can be satisfied regardless of what happens, as long as you put a good stroke, good connection on the cue ball and that head ball. You can live with if you get a bad roll, like it gets kicked in, or something comes along and blocks you from seeing the lowest ball. Well, that's stuff that's sometimes out of your control, so you can't control all that stuff, but you can control putting a good stroke and good cueing on this shot here, this break. Let's see how he does. Popped it good. That's a good break, and he's making that one consistently. What a nice. He gets rewarded. He hit that one good. Exactly what I said. He cued it good. He struck it well, and he's going to get rewarded here with a golden opportunity to tie this up. Yeah, the 8 ball is going to be a little bit of an issue here. So he's got to be tidy on the 4, tidy on the 5, tidy on the 7. You're already thinking about those angles now to make transitioning to the 8 a lot more smoother. So you don't just get general on 2-3 balls before that trouble ball. You start getting the proper angles now, so that the percentages become greater and greater, that you're going to get out and you're not having to scramble and make wicked shots all the time. So he's in good line here. Let's see what angle he chooses on the 7. He's looking to just play to roll through it, play the long pocket on the 7 and come down for the 8 and the side. I like it. Rather than trying to come. I think that's what he lined up. Let's see. No, now he decided to do something different. He's going to come around now. He got a little flat here, though. I mean, it's doable. But once again now, he's going to be forcing the cue ball, and it's always harder to judge the speed when you're forcing the cue ball rather than when you're playing the natural roll of the cue ball. Anytime you can use the natural roll of the cue ball, it's so much easier to predict the path and the speed. He's spinning 2 rails. What's going to happen here? Does it go? Maybe it just goes. If it goes, then all this drama was for nothing. It obviously goes. He would have never played it like that. I can't, at this level, he would have never played that like that unless it goes. It has to go. It's a valley pocket, so. Oh, no. He played it kind of to a 2-way. A 3-way. Smart shot, good speed. That's a smart shot that Tyrel played there. He come into I think he knew that it was going to be tight all along, and he figured, oh, if I make it, I make it. And if I don't, I got him hooked. And I think he was thinking of that probably 3 shots ahead. And he's gonna get rewarded for it because he left him a kick that it wasn't a lot of good things couldn't happen with that kick. You knew he was going to hit the ball, but if you saw where the position of the balls was, there wasn't a lot of good things that could happen for him. A lot of that as far as getting safe or slopping a ball in. So we get to see the beautiful stroke here that Tyrel has here. He's got to cue this one clean. He's going to come backwards, which is smart. You take the interfering balls out of the equation. Look at how that draw stroke. Look at how smooth he hit that. No punch to it at all. Just very cleanly got through the ball. And he gets that action to do, and that's what gets him that action because he's not trying to overhit it. Your instinct tells you hit it hard to get the ball to come back from that distance, but it's not. It's the timing that he's got and how clean he gets through that ball allows him to move that cue ball with little to no effort at all as far as power. We're Hill. We're seeing some great pool today, folks. If you were tuned in before this match, we watched the ladies' championship. It went Hill. Soledad Ayala took her down from Argentina in a Hill thriller. First set, she had the driver's seat, so we're seeing some Hills back-to-back now. This is a $200 rack right here. Plus, you got a chance to get the trophy and the $2,000 first place. You're still in the tournament. Your tournament life's on the line. Holem's got this advantage. He's breaking. Oh, he's going to ice him here. Oh, I'd take a break. They're arguing whether or not you can take a timeout on someone else's inning, which I don't know the rule specifically, but I think a rule, in my opinion, you should only get 1 timeout per rack, and it should only be able to be done on your when you're at the table. He's just going to go ahead and break. He doesn't care. You know, Tyrel went to ask the tournament director what the rule is, but there has to be some rules. I mean, I'm all for letting a guy take a break, but there has to be parameters, so there has to be rules in place so you're not taking unlimited timeouts. And I think you should only be able to do it. Let's say you get 2 timeouts per match. It should be done on your inning, though. That I definitely advocate for that all day long, so that you're not using it to slow your opponent's breakdown or nothing. And I'm not saying Tyrel's doing that. I think he's honestly just needs to go to the bathroom probably, but it just takes about all that monkey business. Oh, of course, yeah, 1 timeout for sure. But he went aggressive. Now he can take the timeout on his own inning. I think Steven would have been more. I think he would have been better off I think he should have just said, hey, go take your break, and just, it sucks, but, he made the ball in the break, and then I think he got a little bit aggressive there with that bank shot. I think that's tough to take that bank on like that. I mean, you can win you the game, so you can't fault him on that. I mean, you could win with that bank, but wow. Hindsight's 20/20, but he had some wall of balls there to play the cue ball behind and leave Tyrel on a kick. But so Tyrel's on his timeout. He's going to have to come with a pretty good shot here. I think he can come back to where the cue ball's at now. I think he can do that. It's going to require probably a little bit of side spin, though. That side pocket, you cannot. It's going to be interesting to see. His angle is just this monitor up here. It's very tough to tell whether or not he's going to be able to come back to where he's at right now to play the two in the long pocket. But if you're just joining us, welcome to Railbird Pool TV on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate everybody tuning in and sharing the stream, liking the stream, subscribing if you're on YouTube. I think the stream's a pretty good quality considering this is not a full-time stream. It's not something that's done full-time. So a big thanks to Rachel Nadeau and to Ray Poitra. Everything they've done to build this stream up to where it's at. Rachel's put a lot of work into it, considering she does not do it full time. So, and
Tyrel can only take a break.
so we got a little rule clarification here. The rule in this tournament is you get allowed your one timeout, and you can only do it on your inning at the table, and that's why Steven ended up breaking, and I think he knew the rule. But which would make sense. I think, I'm all for letting the guy have a break. I mean, you need to go to have a break. You need to go to the bathroom, whatever. You need to have a timeout. I mean, I think one should be allowed per match. Maybe up to two, depending on the length of the race. But definitely I agree only doing it on your turn. I think that's fair. I mean, this is a big tournament, so, like I said, this is a $200 set right here, and they're Hill in first place in this. This gets him into fourth, and first place is $2,000 for a warm-up 10-ball tournament. That's a decent event for North Dakota. Four Bears does a lot for the pool players here, so a big thanks to them and everything they do. Nicely, smoothly struck. He decided to just play the combo. Smart. He didn't feel like he could get back on the short side of it, so give yourself a chance here to put this ball down. But once again, the two ball, what's the two ball doing in relation with the cue ball? He's pretty full on it here, and he's got a lot of angle, which is good. He could even go rail first here and then bring the cue ball out also. That way he assures that he's going to have position on it. Come way over with the cue ball. We'll see how he chooses to play it here. Yeah, he went rail first, just like I thought. It's so much easier to feel that shot. Very well thought out and very well executed. You notice how he played that, folks? He didn't go directly into the ball. Playing it rail first, it's like a bigger ball. Now he's just got to hold his nerves here. He's got the cue action to do it. Very smooth, that draw. When he draws a ball or spins off a rail like that, it's just So enjoyable to watch this guy cue the ball. I mean, it's just so smooth. I can't overstate it how smooth this guy's action is. And he's young yet. He's got a lot of upside left. Best player in Wyoming right here. We're going to get to see his draw stroke again here, I believe. I don't think he'll go forward 2 rails. I think he'll draw it back for the side. So once again, we're going to get to see a perfect angle of his draw stroke too. You're going to get to see the whole thing in action here. Pretty good view of it. Watch the timing of this now. Beautiful, perfect speed. He can draw back. He's going to have to use his draw again. It's better to be a little bit short than a little long here. You don't want to be going towards the 10. So keep that line. You want to be to the left of the shot line here of straight in. He went a little bit far, but I think he's perfect actually. He can draw right out of it. And after this, I'm going to be taking a break here and get ready for that 8-ball tournament. I think, in fact, they'll probably be firing up the 8. This will probably be the end of the 10-ball for now, and then they're going to go through the ceremony and all that for the 10-ball to get us fired up and underway. Tyrel comes with it here in the final rack. Takes it down. Steven shook his hand good, so good sportsmanship there from Mr. Holem. They had quite a match that's advanced. They're one level. These two guys are one level below like a world champion level pool player. You got your experts that can win world titles, and these guys are just one little grade below them guys. And they put on a pretty good show for us, so that was fun to watch. I hope everyone enjoyed that. We got a lot more action coming up too. The 8-ball will be starting shortly after the ceremony starts to fire up the tournament. They'll go through the national anthem and they'll probably do a little song, or they usually do a little native traditional song or something. I'm sure they'll get that going, and then we'll get the draw underway. But I'm going to shut down the stream for now, and we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll be back up and running after a bit, and you'll be able to watch some great 8-ball action. There's a lot of solid players here. So once again, like and subscribe, share if you enjoy this. Like I said, this isn't a full-time stream, so this is pretty high quality, folks, for considering that it's not something that she devotes her entire schedule to. So picture quality's good. She's bought a lot of good cameras. She got new software, new computer, the booth, all that. So thanks again for tuning in. This is Ryan Johnson signing off. I will be back later on.